Upcoming.
Welcome to the upcoming video games of May 2017. My name's Gloku and I'm very excited about May, and you will be too. You'll see why. May starts with the Dragon of the North DLC for Nyon, which picks up after William's victory in restoring peace in Japan. It brings a new story chapter based on Lord Masamune Date, and along with the DLC comes a free update which introduces PvP into the game. Prey comes out soon afterwards. Despite being sold as a reimagining of the original 2006 Prey, it's got a very different feel. It's a first-person action thriller where any object can be picked up and thrown, but it can also be an enemy in disguise. You'll have a talent tree to modify your neuro implants and your supernatural powers. And because it is developed by Arcane Studios, the devs behind Dishonored, you can mix and match abilities to come up with some new creative ways to kill your enemies or overcome obstacles. The opening hour demo is still available if you want to try it out for free. It looks very promising. World of the West comes out on the 5th. It's a top-down action puzzler where you play as 4 characters, each one with their own unique abilities, which you'll need to use cleverly as you progress. May 6th is a Saturday, and usually video games don't come out on Saturdays, but it's my birthday, so you better head to Twitter and wish me a happy birthday, damn it. A Host Rave, I've been waiting for a while. You got delayed and all that, but I haven't forgotten about you. It's an old school shooter like Doom or Quake in procedurally generated levels that you can paint with the pixelated blood of your enemies. Looks like an awesome game for retro shooter fans. I remember liking it a lot when I played the demo like a year ago or so. I also remember liking NBA Jam a lot, so when I saw the trailer for NBA Playgrounds, I couldn't help but be a little excited. It's back to arcade basketball 2-on-2 action with a roster that's actually composed of real NBA stars. It's got both local and online multiplayer modes. The only problem's gonna be what to play with so many goddamn games. Loco Roco is getting remastered and I'm pretty excited because I never played it. And I usually like these good looking platformers, and since it's getting 4K resolution on the PS4 Pro, this might be a good time to discover a cult classic. It's looking good, I want to play it. Still on the 9th, Forza Horizon 3 gets a Hot Wheels expansion with obviously new cars and 6 new islands that are all Hot Wheels themed. On the 11th, Minecraft is coming to the Switch with a ton of Mario skins, and get this, I'm gonna read this off the website. Super Mario World itself! Professional Minecraft builders have remade the likeness of the Mushroom Kingdom and beyond. Professional Minecraft builders. What has the world come to? The following week we've got May 16th, which is probably the biggest day of the month for video games, with Injustice 2 coming out. For those unfamiliar with the game, it's like Mortal Kombat with characters from the DC universe. It will have a story mode and multiplayer as you would expect, but they're also introducing gear this time around. You get loot every time you finish a fight, and you can equip it on your characters, and the gear has stats and stat bonuses if you get a full set, full-on RPG style stuff. Will this work in a fighting game? I remain skeptical, but I'll definitely get it because I love the first game, and I'm going to at least play the story even if I don't dive into the multiplayer. Same day, the game that's being described as a sci-fi Souls, The Surge from Deck 13 Interactive, the developer of another Souls-like Lords of the Fallen. You play as a dude in an exoskeleton that is fully customizable and upgradable. Furthermore, enemies have different body parts that can be individually destroyed, and that's mainly how this game sets itself apart from other Souls-like games. And to close the 16th, Farpoint takes us into space in VR. You're on a hostile alien planet on a mission to pick up scientists near Jupiter, and you shoot the hell out of some aliens. Next day, Bokita Heartfelt Reunion comes to the PC. It's a relaxing, minimalistic puzzle game that takes place in very big areas, and it lets you build blocks and cut them into shapes, push them around, and a couple more things, all to solve puzzles and progress with a story, which sounds somewhat mysterious. I'm kinda curious about this one. On the 18th, Reservoir Dogs Bloody Days is released. Yes, if you're thinking of the Quentin Tarantino movie, that's what this game's based on. It's a top-down shooter that uses 6 characters trying to pull off the perfect heist. To do this, you play with a character for up to 30 seconds, and then time rewinds and you switch roles to another character. So if your first character dies, maybe you can save it with your second character once time rewinds. Endless Space 2 has been in early access for a while now. Its full release happens on the 19th. It's a grand strategy 4X game with a sci-fi setting. It's been getting very positive feedback from people who are playing on early access, so it sounds like it's gonna be a good one of those. Also on the 19th, another Fire Emblem game. This time it's Fire Emblem Echoes Shadows of Valencia. It's a tactical RPG as you would expect from Fire Emblem, and it's actually a full remake of 1992's Fire Emblem Gaiden for the NES, the second entry in the Fire Emblem series. And still on the 19th, Skylar and Pluck's Adventure on Clover Island, which is a 3D action platformer with combat and a story not too dissimilar from last year's Ratchet & Clank. So you platform, you smash stuff, you collect crystals, presumably for upgrades, and you proceed in the story. Impact Winter is an hypothesized period of prolonged cold weather due to the impact of a large asteroid or comet to the Earth's surface. Impact Winter, the game, is a survival adventure where you and a small group of survivors have to, well, survive in these conditions for about 30 days. They said help would arrive in 30 days, so you hope that's true. Hey, how many of you have played Chivalry, the first-person combat game with medieval knights? Now imagine that, but not only with swords and shields, but also magic. Actually, mostly magic, that's the focus of this game. Mirage, Arcane Warfare, comes from the same developer of Chivalry, so the melee animations kinda have the same weight to them, but now they've added this whole other layer with spellcasting. Samurai Warrior Spirit of Sanada is a hack and slash game from Omega Force, meaning you kinda know what this is already. This game in particular is a spin-off of Samurai Warriors 4, but the basic gameplay is pretty much the same. It's anime. Darksiders War Master Edition is now out for pretty much every platform, so I bet you'll never guess which platform it's coming to on May 23rd. Oh, you looked at the title, didn't you? Great, now you ruined everything. Yeah, it's coming to the Wii U, but it's not fun anymore. Disgaea 5 is also coming to a Nintendo platform. This time it's the Switch. The game and all DLC will be available in a single package. There won't be any new content, in addition to the one that already exists on the PS4, but you know you get everything at a discount. Rime is a third-person puzzle exploration game with a beautiful yet simplistic art style. You play as a boy who needs to escape an island and a curse. It's beautiful, I'm curious, it looks like it's very much up my alley. I don't think I need to say anything else. People who like these sorts of games were captured by it as soon as they saw the footage. Friday the 13th, the game is not coming out on a Friday the 13th, god damn it! There was one in January, there's another one coming up in October. What are these people doing? Amateurs! Anyway, it's a multiplayer survival horror game. One player plays as Jason Voorhees, hunting 7 other players in a sandbox level. Jason has some superpowers like heightened hearing and vision, and he can even teleport anywhere. Originally, that's all the game was going to be, but the devs have announced they'll add a single player mode in a later update. Get Even is a first-person thriller, and I don't really know what this is about. I played it at Gamescom last year, and I was very confused. The developer there told me, yeah, that was the intention, to which I just replied, well, great, thanks for your time. And I really never thought about the game ever since, and I guess it's coming out now. I have no clue. There's some kind of mindfuckery going on, and it's kind of scary. Not jump scare scary, it's just very tense. I didn't like it. Everspace is now in early access, gets its full release on May 26th. It's a fast-paced combat game, more about the action rather than the simulation, and combines that with roguelike elements and a non-linear story. It's single player. I know you guys immediately thought this was gonna be a multiplayer game, but no, single player, space action fights, roguelike elements, non-linear story. Guilty Gear Xrd Rev 2 contains the same content as Revelator, but includes some balance changes, new moves for the entire roster, and some new story stuff. And finally, the 26th is also the day when Ultra Street Fighter 2 The Final Challengers comes to the Switch, and after trying it out, I gotta say they chose the wrong Street Fighter to bring to the Switch. These HD sprites, they may look great on video, but they feel really weird to play with. Sorry, just not for me, I guess. And I love Street Fighter, so I guess I don't know who this is for. Moving on to the final day of releases, May 30th brings a Star Trek Bridge Crew where you can fly a starship with your friends in VR. Each player will take a unique role, either being the captain, tactical officer, engineer, or helm officer. There will be story elements and randomly generated missions, and just a lot of back and forth yelling. Probably. But if instead of happy yelling times, you prefer sad, scary times, times. Then you've got Don't Knock Twice, which is a VR horror game. Don't Starve gets a mega pack, which includes the original game plus Don't Starve Together, the Reign of Giants DLC and the Shipwreck DLC, all in a single package. And last but not least, if you are familiar with the best part of the Burnout games, aka the Crash mode, then we've got a game for you. It's called the Danger Zone. It's made by some of the same people who made the Burnout games, and they're expanding what used to be the little game mode into a full game. Good luck. Can't wait to see the final product. We know it's coming out in May, but so far we don't have a specific release date. And you may have noticed that we've dropped the final section of remasters, remakes, and DLC. That's thanks to your feedback in the comments. Amp said it defeated the purpose of being chronological, and I think he's right. So as usual, we keep building this show together, we keep making it better together, and I'm not too happy with the current overlay, so I might change that soon again. So if you got any ideas, throw them in the comments along with the games you're looking forward to playing this month. And I've been Globku. Thank you very much for watching. Boy!